Undying. So this second feature is not a zombie picture. I just read through it. But it's from the 40s. What better way to go back in time than to have a nice gin martini? That's not Beefeater this time, that's Tanqueray, which is actually my favorite. And it's 2-1. Did y'all know that the dry martini, especially this ultra dry, spritz the inside of the glass with some vermouth martini, is a recent development? Martini used to be a mixed drink. Our second feature here on the Late Night Picture Show, The Undying Monster. See me squinting there? That's not for dramatics, that's because I can't see. Horror to make you gasp. The Undying Monster, James Ellison, John Howard, Heather Angel. Yeah, there's some more names down there, but they're really tiny. Colorful, though. The Undying Monster. 1942, 20th Century Fox. We've heard of them. Director John Bram. Rich People and Their Curses. Y'all poor like me, grow up in a middle-class family, live in a trailer the whole time you worked for the circus? Get thrown out of the circus? Well, the circus closes down, you have to go work in a gas station? Yeah, us poor people don't have curses on our families, other than poverty. But rich people always have a curse. A brother and sister who live in a secluded castle in Old Blighty are plagued by the tales of a horrible monster that tore their grandfather to shreds and threw him off the cliffs into the raging sea. I sound like a novelist here rather than a film critic. What the hell, Murph? The sister won't have it. She's a tough Barbara Stanwyck type who just doesn't take any nonsense. and is just as shitty an actress. 1942, we're still back there. On his way home, the brother is attacked and similarly found on the rocky shores. I might need a little bit more gin so that I can say similarly. Found on the rocky shores, but alive. A fellow traveler was not so fortunate, her body found just a few yards away. Scotland Yard is called in. By who, no one knows. But no one wants them there, and everyone is trying to hide something from the stiff inspector that shows up. Yeah, Joe Friday shows up. Well, British Joe Friday shows up. Especially the old butler. Now I'm squinting for dramatic effect. The old butler who's always burning things in the fireplace. What is he up to? Just as our inspector is making some headway on the case, a werewolf turns up and snatches the girl. Out of nowhere. Loose the hounds! The search is on, but by now, who the hell cares? I was nearly asleep from the stuffy British melodrama. I think this Tanqueray is British, so at least they got that right. This is just a bad Brit detective drama with a werewolf thrown in, presumably to cash in on the popularity of the Wolfman just 2 years earlier. Lon Chaney, the Wolfman. A much better picture. Watch that instead. Zero. I give the Undying Monster 0 rings. There's no circus tonight on feature 2. I don't know that I've handed out that many zeros. I've handed out way more 5 rings than zeros. But occasionally, a movie is just shitty enough to garner a 0 from yours truly. Zero. What do we have here? Ooh. Do you like Godzilla? It's got to be better than that movie. We got 2 of them next week. And I believe it's the first 2. Godzilla, King of Monsters, and Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster. Next week on the Late Night Picture Show. Now, if you liked what you saw, give me a thumbs up. If you hated it, give me a thumbs down. Leave some comments. Did you give the Undying Monster a 0? Or did you just skip it and go right to the Wolfman? That was a better option. Did you see Teenage Zombies? Let me know. I'll be back next week with a Godzilla double feature. The first 2. We're talking black and white, the first one. Good night, kids. Pleasant dreams.